Dream Matches Part 2 today. We got some random dream matches for you that you guys can play on 2K. Mr. King, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll start. You want to go like back and forth, or I say my six, and then you say your six?
You say your six.
All right, bet. First one, I got Edge versus Adam Cole. But like not like now Edge, like 2006 Edge.
Right.
Like complete heel Edge versus like complete heel Adam Cole. Like I want both the most horrible people they can be to go against each other.
So Rated R Superstar versus Black and Gold Adam
Yeah,
Cole.
yeah. Or like even like ROH Adam Cole, like uncensored Adam Cole.
Right.
Second one, Kurt Angle versus Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan. Because I just feel like that would be a crazy wrestling match. They pull off some stuff that we've never seen, bro. We could probably have like a 2-hour Iron Man match with them, both at their primes. Like imagine that. 2-hour Iron match. Kurt Angle versus Bryan Danielson. That'd be insane.
You put those guys in any stipulation. Normal, Iron Man, I quit, 2 out of 3 falls, last man standing, steel cage, Hell in a Cell. It's five-star classic. And man, the closest that we got, at least in WWE, really ever, wasn't it the greatest Royal Rumble, the 50-man?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Where they traded blows.
Yeah. That was like COVID, right?
No, that was like 2018. That was when Brian came back.
Oh, okay. Was it like it was like wasn't it weird or they just named it the greatest Royal Rumble? Like
Yeah, I think it was the first time that with the Saudi Arabia. I
okay, yeah, it was
remember,
the Saudi. I was like, there's
yeah.
something different about it. Yeah. Third one, MJF versus Ric Flair. As a feud, I feel like this would be just pure great television. As a match, it wouldn't if it would be a great storytelling match, it probably wouldn't be like a great like high intensity. It would just be like a actual like just old school wrestling match. Headlock takeovers, just like regular old style fashion moves. But I just feel like they could do great job, especially with both of their personas, bro. I mean, like the mic work between those two would be insane.
I said that on our first dream match.
Oh, really?
That was an honorable
Bro,
mention.
I
I said,
forgot. That's crazy. Dang. Well, hey, bro. That proves it's a good one.
great minds think alike.
Literally. Fourth, Edge. He's another one. He's on another one versus Kenny Omega. And you could do like nowadays Edge, or maybe like, yeah, you could do nowadays Edge versus Kenny. I feel like it would be like, but it would have to be at like a WrestleMania. I would want to see it at like a WrestleMania, like biggest spectacle ever, like front of 80K, 90K, just them going at it. Kenny hitting them with V triggers, Edge hitting spears, trading blows back and forth, back and forth. It's like that'd be insane. Fifth one, Bret and Owen Hart versus FTR. Especially because how much influence FTR takes from the Harts. I feel like that'd just be again like a great wrestling match. I would love to see like a 2 out of 3 falls tag team match with them. That would be crazy, bro. And FTR, bro, they put on some bangers this year, bro. And they're facing the Young Bucks on Sunday. I would buy all in to see that match. I feel like that's gonna be a crazy match.
Right.
And I think FTR might end up dropping the belt just because the stuff that happened. Did you hear about stuff that happened like Cash Wheeler?
I've not.
He got arrested because apparently he like pulled a gun on somebody or like waved a gun at somebody. This was like a month ago, and like the files had just got charged or something like that. He's not in trouble. He's not going to jail, but like there's sources saying like they're just going to give the Young Bucks the belt to take some attention away from FTR. But yeah, I feel like that'd be a crazy match, Hearts versus FTR. And the last one, simply just for the entertainment purposes, LA Knight versus Rock. Since everybody's saying he's a ripoff Rock and Austin, baby, I think that this could be a chance to prove people wrong and saying that he might say, hey, I do take inspiration from him, but I'm my own person. And he could just show people who what he's made of.
It's like you may be the people's champion, but I'm the one and only megastar.
Literally, Megastar versus the People's Champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that would, I mean, I guess never say never, but I've said it a lot. I don't think Brock's coming back. I just don't. But
Oh, yeah.
but like I guess never, I mean never say never about the wrestling business, but I think I would definitely put in a feud, would put LA Knight to the test on the mic. You
Yeah.
know, like and not to mention their voices sound the same. So, you know, so there's that too, but like really go against The Rock. Like, can you recover from it doesn't matter what you think?
Bro, that's like, what is it? Like the final boss, bro. To prove if he's really what people think he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I like him. I want to talk about Harts versus FTR real quick. I mean, it's funny you bring him up. I was actually just watching like some videos, top 10 facts about WrestleMania 10 and then SummerSlam from 94 that year. Because Owen beat Brett that year in WrestleMania, but then Brett beat Yoko for the title. And then Brett defended the title in a steel cage match at SummerSlam against Brett and Owen. I think that was a 5-star match. You may want to look into that. I'm pretty sure it was. But I mean, just the Hearts, man. Something about Canada, bro. I mean, they just produce great wrestlers.
The Hart, Kenny, Edge, Chris Jericho.
Right.
Bro.
And I mean, in what FTR did in NXT, you know, they were called
The Revival.
The Rival. I don't know why I forgot about that, but I mean, just what they did with DIY, you know, they just their chemistry. I mean,
bro, that match definitely one, if not the best tag team match in NXT, bro.
Oh yeah, I mean that 2 out of 3 falls in Toronto was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I mean though that would be 5 stars. I mean it would be a shame if it wasn't 5 stars. I mean just Brett and Owen they just understood. They just understood how to put on a good wrestling match. They could put it on a good match with anybody. Anywho, we got mine now. So using a couple names from the previous 3 matches we did, but I got my reasons. So number 1, Roman Reigns versus Hulk Hogan. So let me explain why. So I think it was a month ago or more. I know it was this past summer. Hogan said, it was around when Roman passed 1,000 days. He said, in my prime, if I feuded with Roman, we could make some serious money. And you want to know why Hogan said that? Because he was a draw. A draw knows another draw when they see one. Roman and we talked about it a lot with this bloodline story. Roman's a draw. You know, that's why he hasn't lost the title yet. He has been bringing in ratings. He's putting people in the seats. He makes money. And not to mention, Hogan is still above Roman in the longest world title reigns ever. Hogan, 1,474 days. I remember that, which also, bit of a sidebar. I watched on the network recently after No Way Out, Hogan defeating Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden on the network. I actually I recommend that. It's a really cool piece of wrestling history. It's only like a 5 minute match, but it's really just what a time to be alive, you know, for people that were there. But they just draws. They Hogan knows that, and that match would be a huge main event at WrestleMania, both in their prime. Do title for title. Do one of Hogan's world titles versus Roman's Universal. Yeah. I mean, again, it's not going to be a 5-star classic, but it's just going to bring people there. That's what it would do. It would serve that purpose. Number 2, the Usos versus the Wild Samoans.
Okay.
Bloodline, bro. It runs deep. You know, I picked this the same reason I said Roman versus Yoko, you know, in the last Dream Match video. I think this match has better potential of being 5 stars in comparison to Roman and Hulk. Because the Usos, you know, can, no offense to Hogan, but they can actually wrestle. I haven't seen much.
None taken. I never thought Hogan was a good wrestler. He was just he was a persona.
Well, I actually shouldn't say that. I saw clips of him wrestling the Great Moon in Japan, and Hogan was actually doing some moves I never seen.
Yeah, before. I guess he just adapt. Like, he didn't have to do crazy moves. It was America. Like, he just needed to be the American hero. You know what I mean?
He was under Vince. He didn't have to do enziguris and arm bars like he did in Japan.
Yeah.
But
I wouldn't say he was a good wrestler. He just, in America, he didn't have to do as much as he had, you know, to get the fans.
Right. Yeah, 100%. But just, you know, the Usos, Wild Samoans, both won tag team championships, both in the arguably one of the greatest wrestling families ever. I don't know what they are to each other.
It's all confusing, bro.
Right, but they are I know they do share the same blood.
I know.
So
Well, what is it? Sika's Roman's dad.
Sika's Roman's dad, Rikishi and Roman are first cousins. So Roman and the Usos are actually first cousins once removed, but it's Rikishi's mom is Sika's sister.
Okay.
So
Sika,
great uncles, I think.
yeah, yeah, or just uncle. Great
No,
uncle.
because that's Rikishi's uncles.
Okay, yeah. So great uncle.
Yeah. So family. So got a little bit of blood.
Mhm.
So both in their prime, they'd have the chemistry. I mean, shoot. You know what? I'll just add a bonus one right now. Make it a 6-man. Make it Roman and the Wild Samoans versus Rikishi and the Usos, or
Okay,
Roman and the Wild
yeah.
Samoans versus Solo and the Usos.
Yeah.
Just another civil war. Bloodline civil war.
Yeah.
And I mean, just because they got that wrestling mindset, because it's just in their family, based off back in Money in the Bank, it would be a great match. Both in their prime. So number 3, I was gonna say this for a future video, but I wanted to bring it up now due to what happened with Bray. Mankind versus Bray Wyatt.
Brother. Yeah. Honestly, any one of Mick Foley's like personas versus Bray Wyatt, but Mankind would be the one to do it with.
And that's a good point. But yeah, Mankind's top tier. I would go Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, because I think Cactus Jack and Bray Wyatt could do just like an Extreme Rules match. Mankind could do any match. Imagine they could do a cinematic match, dude. Imagine a boiler room brawl with them.
It would be the layers that they could peel back to, like revolving their characters and the story they could tell. Dog.
There is a catch though. It can't be Attitude Era Bray Wyatt. I'm sorry, it can't be Attitude Era Mankind. It has to be brown suit Mankind, the one that the first feud with the Undertaker when they had the boiler room brawl. It has to be that Mankind. That Mankind was pulling his hair out, cutting crazy promos like Bray does.
Yeah.
Have to be that one.
Yeah.
But that's a good point that you bring that up. I think Cactus Jack would be good too, just for the sake of just an absolute brawl in any type of stipulation. And the promos would be insane.
Yeah, Yeah.
So number 4 I have here has actually happened before, but I'm changing it up. So Kane versus Finn Balor, that actually happened on an episode of Raw in 2017. But I'm talking about Attitude Era Kane versus the Demon Finn Balor.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like the size difference too. That would work perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah, because like Taker, I think Kane liked working with smaller guys because of the versatility that they could do. You know what I mean? Again, do a normal match, do a Hell in a Cell, do an Inferno. Balor's never been in an Inferno match.
Bro. I was literally, speaking of Inferno or Ring of Fire, whatever you want to call it. Bray Wyatt had one against Kane, right?
Yeah,
I was watching YouTube and I saw the clip earlier. I forgot about it. It came back to my memory after watching it.
I think that was Bray's first match, was it not?
Bro, I don't remember. That was like, it had to be like what, 2014?
2013.
13?
2014 is when he faced Chris Jericho at SummerSlam.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, bro. I miss those, like, even though they were kind of like outlandish like matches, like there's no way he's actually gonna get set on fire.
Oh yeah.
Like, but I just low key miss those like aspects of like those matches, bro.
Right. But yeah, who is the biggest? Who's the stronger demon? Between Kane, you got the demon king when Balor called him versus the devil's favorite demon. Who's really the biggest demon? Yeah. And Kane was actually really athletic. People often forget about that. So and with the size differential, like you said, the quarter drop kick, the coup de grace, the clothesline for the top rope that Kane could do. I think it'd be a banger.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So number 4, I had to fact check this one. This did not happen one-on-one, but it did happen in a tag match at Evolution. But I'm talking one-on-one, both in their prime. Trish Stratus versus Alexa Bliss.
Okay.
I think both as heels, that would be a good feud.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
again, both in their prime. Honestly, bro, I gotta admit it. I think Alexa's probably one of my favorite women wrestlers of all time. She's my Becky, like Becky is to you,
Bro, I
to
love
tell you the
Alexa,
truth.
bro. I have
Yeah,
her, her little pop thing, pop figures. But yeah, bro, she's great, bro. Yeah,
great. She's a great athlete. I mean, I've seen her live a couple times, and just again, both in their prime, they're both very good athletes. You know, Stratisfaction, Twisted Bliss. I think that'd be a solid women's feud.
for sure.
Maybe not as good as Lita and Trish because obviously that feud paved the way for women's wrestling. But I think that could be a solid chapter in women's wrestling if it ever did happen.
For sure.
Low key should have happened at Evolution. Now that we're talking about it, I can't remember what that tag match was. It should have been Alexa versus Trish.
Bro, I don't know like why they stopped that, but I like actually enjoyed it, bro.
Yeah, those women put on a great show.
Yeah, those matches were insane.
Yeah, I think Becky and Charlotte stole the show that
Bro,
year.
was it like a ladder match or extreme rules match or something like that?
Last man standing or last woman
Yeah,
standing.
yeah, yeah. That was crazy, dog.
It was.
Yeah.
And then finally, for my honorable mention, you're gonna hate me for this, but I'm standing by it. I gotta argue that Goldberg versus the Ultimate Warrior.
Bro, what? Bro. Bro,
Hear
no hate to the Ultimate
me,
Warrior because he's passed. All respects to bro. But dog.
just hear me out. Hear me out. It obviously, it can't be a full-on feud. One guy wins the first and the rematch and the rematch. It's got to be a one-off, especially with those guys' patience and their egos.
Yeah.
And again, not speaking ill of the dead. Respect a warrior, but I just feel like they're similar in the sense of the adrenaline rush that they brought, and their entrances into the ring. I think if done right, could be the greatest 5-minute match of all time.
That's a crazy statement. That's a crazy statement. Especially with the 5-minute match Gunther and Chad Gable just put on.
That's okay. Well,
but no. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like, I just feel like it'd be like clothesline, power slam, clothesline,
spear,
spear,
jackhammer, splash.
Like, it'd probably be like the most stiff 5 minutes ever.
But
It might get you hyped though. Like, it might.
But that's what I'm saying. If done right, it could be hype.
If they go out there and like, before they went out there, they're like, bro, let's actually like fight for real. Like, let's give them a fight. Like, let's not hold anything back. Then it could be entertaining.
Like when I think of this dream match, I kind of think of like Goldberg versus Brock at WrestleMania 33, but obviously that match was like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And obviously between the three, Brock can actually wrestle. He actually can do moves, but just again, the adrenaline, like suplex, spear, then spear again, spear through the barricade. We said it on the Bray Wyatt episode, like Goldberg does serve its purpose.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, and again, Warrior really, wasn't a good wrestler per se, but again, he just the adrenaline, he got the crowd hyped. He kind of had that persona like Hogan did. I mean, obviously they had their rivalry. I'm sorry, but go on a rabbit hole. Was Gable and Gunther this week really 5 minutes?
That was it was 2 weeks ago, I think. Or was it this week? This past Raw, maybe?
The count out or the beat the clock?
The count out.
It was really only 5 minutes.
No. The count out was this week. The 5 was 2 weeks ago when they did the 5 counts.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Then yeah, I'm saying by it. I do think it could be better than that because at least you would get a finish.
True, but I mean, I guess the finish was Gable surviving 5 minutes. But I don't want to go down a rabbit hole. Sure. I didn't like that to begin with because it's kind of like undermining Chad Gable. Like, there's no way you can last 5 minutes with Gunther. And like realistically, Chad Gable is probably, if not top 3 best wrestlers on the roster right now, like wrestlers. You know what I mean? But yeah, let's get off that.
Yeah, but I really think you've done correctly, especially both in their prime. So take WCW Goldberg versus the Golden Era Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
I really think it could just be a 5-minute adrenaline rush, hard-hitting match.
Yeah. I do have a question. Does
Fair.
Goldberg ever wrestle in New Japan?
I don't know.
I need to look that up because maybe I just haven't seen what he's capable of. So I don't want to like hate on him. You know what I mean? Kind of like the Hogan thing. So I'm gonna see if he ever wrestled in New Japan. Old heads are probably like looking at this like, of course he wrestled in New Japan. What do you mean, dude? Like, bro, I'm only 21, dog.
Yeah, we're the Gen Z wrestling fans.
Literally. We're the Thunderdome era. Yo, that's crazy.
PG
That's
era.
insanity.
Well, that's Dream Matches Part 2 for you guys. Go play them on 2K. You know, have fun theorizing about them. Want to add some bonus content for you guys, but that's all we have for this quick episode. I'm CJ McClure. Thank you guys for watching. Follow our socials, subscribe, like, and comment, share, and thank God for wrestling.
Sir, I'm Johnny King, man. Thank y'all for watching us for another video. We're gonna keep coming with the content. Like CJ said, don't forget to say your prayers and thank God for wrestling. We'll see y'all in the next one.